everyone, welcome back to another video, and oh my gosh, I have a new batch of Creatures of Sonaria fantasy weapons, and oh my gosh, the first one I did was so fun that I couldn't help myself but sit down and try to make some 5 more. I had fun with every single one of them. I'm not even sure which one's my favorite, but I don't know, I'm just like so excited about this, so let's just jump right in. I don't want to keep you waiting. So the first one is actually a request by Vinsley, which I hope I pronounced her name correctly, and even the creatures here. They want me to do Arachyu, so I really hope that you enjoy this one. I gave it my all as best as I could, so let's just jump right in. So when I actually looked at this creature, right away I wanted to find a weapon or make a weapon that would complement those giant massive claws right there. So I went with the Japanese weapon, the Kusarigama. And wow, like, I'm actually kind of surprised at how it turned out. You know, I wasn't quite sure at first, as I started doing it, I'm like, okay, you know, ooh, I don't know if it's gonna come out right, but I think it actually came out pretty good. Now, I know the plate armor on his back is not part of the claw, but I felt like it added a lot to it. Oh boy, oh, the chain part. Oh man, when I first started drawing this, I was already nervous about the chain part. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be such a doozy, but hey, at least the copy and paste exists. Now, to make the weight for the end of the chain, I decided to use the tail design, which was kind of finicky at first for me. I was trying to figure out exactly what shape to do it, and it kind of took me a little while, but I eventually got the hang of it, and I really love how this one turned out. When it came to the colors, I was kind of debating between the model color and the actual reference sheet color. Both were really beautiful, but I decided to go with the model color because I felt like the colors were more bright and it actually complemented the weapon itself. The chain part itself looked a little bland, so I decided to add a bit of hue of purple and blue to it, which I really like. I think it kind of, you know, made the chain pop out a bit more. I like the merging of the colors and everything. It came out really pretty, I think. Well, there you have it, Vinsley. I hope you really liked it. I had a lot of fun making this. I actually love the color palette of this. Oh my gosh. Not only is it, you know, it's pale, but it's a very beautiful shade. I really love this one. Okay, as for this next weapon, it's a confession. I actually stole the idea. Okay, here's the thing. There's a YouTuber out there named Jube9. He does Creatures of Sonaria KOSing videos, and he recently did one. Actually, I'm not even sure how long ago it was. Yeah, as I'm doing this like 5 days ago. He did one of Elarickkeir, if I pronounce it correctly. He did a image or skin of, I'm assuming it's Arbiter here. It's been a while since I played Halo. Or Sanghelion with the energy sword. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I had to do my own version of it. So, Jube, sorry I stole your idea here. Hopefully you can forgive me because I loved it. So let's just jump right in. Okay, so right away I knew it was supposed to be an energy sword. I was trying to make the handle into the color palette of Jube's creation right here. His skin tone and everything. I didn't want to make it too similar to the energy sword as in the blade part. I kind of wanted to try and replicate the blades on, oh my gosh, I can't pronounce his name, but the creature's blades on his arm. I was trying to replicate something like that. Now, a bit to my surprise, this drawing actually did not take too long for me. After messing around with some shades of blue, messing with my layer settings and everything, I was doing my best to just try and make it glow, look like it has that wave inside of it like the original energy sword. Now, after I was done with the blue one, I thought, you know what, I can't just go with blue. You know, I still have to kind of go with Elarickkeir's original color palette, so I went and made a red and gold one. And there you have it. I have Jube's original color palette that he did for his video, and then I went and made the red one to actually match the creature. This was so fun to make. I love messing with luminescent colors. I actually, is there actually a red one in one of the games? I would love to go and play it, but Jube, again, hope you can forgive me for stealing this idea, but it was just so much fun to make, I had to do it. And here's a little bonus image of a black background with the swords because I really wanted to show how much they glowed, and oh my gosh, which one's your favorite, blue or red? Which team are you on? Are you for the blue or are you for the red? Up next, we have one of my favorite creatures, which is Annie, and right away I knew I wanted to do kind of like a magical staff or wand, if you want to call it that. I wanted to use the orb that Annie carries, like, floating above the head and the chest and everything, to be kind of like the gem part of the staff at the very top there. I also wanted to design the staff handle part, oh my gosh, I'm stuttering here, the handle part to be kind of like a stump, tree-like. I wanted to be all natural as I possibly could. I think I had a lot of fun designing the flame part around the orb. It took a bit of like practice and kind of like testing things out, but I think it came out beautiful. So to make the flame kind of, you know, sparkle a little bit more, I added some other little knickknacks to it. I have some brushes that can actually help with some like luminescent parts that kind of be like little sparks, little flares or something. Ta-da! One magical staff for one little cute little bunny money. Oh my gosh, I just want to squish this one so much. Oh man, it's one of my favorites. And here is a bonus image of a black background so you can actually see how much the orb is glowing along with the fire or smoke, whatever, on top of it. Hey, it's Fabergé! Oh my gosh! Okay, so right off the bat, I knew I wanted to do a sword and shield combo. So I start off with the shield first. I worked my way to try and get the actual curves on the shoulder blades of Fabergé right there. I want that at the top of the shield. I also want to add a lion face to the front to kind of give it somewhat of a more knightly look to it. Heck, the other day, my brother and I were watching the Chronicles of Narnia, and I got kind of inspired by Peter's shield to actually make this. I think after a bit, I can tell I was getting kind of, or feeling kind of goofy because of all the constant, curves and loops and turns and like dots this creature had that I wanted to make sure the shield had. Now for the sword, I knew right away I kind of wanted to be a bit of a chunky sword. You know, something you would kind of find like Elden Ring, Night Ring, you know, Dark Souls, whatever, like those type of games or whatever. The design, I couldn't really figure out what I wanted at first, but then like, you know what? Sometimes it's okay just to be a little goofy and kind of be a little random. And at the end, I think it kind of turned out pretty good. For the coloring, I decided to go with the reference sheet photo because I felt like the colors were more bright. I like it that they were more kind of clean looking. The model one is really nice, but there were too many dark shades to actually choose which color will actually fit with what. I think what I do like about this color palette is that it does feel like royalty. So I can actually see a knight probably holding this sword and shield, you know, maybe got as a gift from the king or queen or something, but plus, it kind of reminds me of vanilla salted caramel candies, and you're so good. Alright, there we go. A perfect salted caramel weapon for a salted caramel knight somewhere. But guys, let me know. Would you play this in a video game? I would definitely love to play this. Next, we have Scold Rouge. And right away, I knew I want to make this one into a whip. And I think whip weapons are so underrated in games. I don't think anyone really knows how to make a good whip weapon. I've tried playing some, but it just doesn't really fit. But okay, I knew that the actual whip part, I actually wanted to make it into a vine with the thorns. I wanted to add some roses all over the place. I don't really draw roses that often, so I'm not even sure it looks like a rose, but I gave the roses different colors too, like a darker red to the pink, whatever, like the actual color palette here, the reference sheet. I kind of added like a little bit of a vine wrapping around the whip because it looked a little too bland when I first completed it. I'm like, okay, you know what? It looks a little boring. I need to add something. Okay, let's add a vine to it. Add a vine, add some leaves, but ooh, man, this one was so fun to make. I'm not even joking here. I stay up pretty much near midnight finishing this picture because I was just like so in the zone. I'm like, I have to get this done, but nothing like a little hard love, am I right? And there you have it. You have yourself a beautiful and elegant weapon. Now you can show your enemies a little bit of love while also torturing them. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed all these images. I had so much fun creating every single one of them. If you have a creature that you would like to see as a weapon, let me know in the comments. My art does take a little bit of time because, you know, things take time. You know, I got stuff to do here at home and make other videos and everything, but I will put it on my list. And oh my gosh, I don't even know which one's my favorite. Every single one of these was so much fun to make. I loved all the colors. I enjoyed all the creatures, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you really liked it, you know, please leave a comment, a like, or subscribe if you feel like it, and go check out my other video, my first one, if you want to see some more art. So thank you guys again so much, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.